Welcome to 12 Days of Christmas. Today is day 7 and we're going to be making these heatless curling rod. I honestly don't know what you would call this. I'm pretty sure that's the best way to describe it, is a curling rod with matching scrunchies. This project came together really fast. It cost me $5 to make, including the fabric and the elastic for the scrunchies. If you want to see how to make this heatless curling rod, then keep watching. People use robe ties to do heatless curls. So I'm going to make a curling rod, I guess you would call it, for heatless curls that you can sleep in. It's gonna be cushiony, so it's not gonna hurt your head. And then we're gonna make some matching scrunchies for it as well. You're not gonna need a lot for this project. You will need polyfill to stuff it. You will need a silk or a satin fabric. This is a satin fabric and it's kind of a grayish purple in person. It looks really like gray on camera. I got 8 inches of this fabric so that I can make 2 of them, and I'm gonna make them 2 inches wide, but we're going to cut them at 4 inches. And for our scrunchies, you're going to need a 1/2 inch braided elastic. That's what I'm going to use to make our matching scrunchies. Let's cut this fabric out. The first thing I'm gonna do with this is just even it out with my rotary cutter and my ruler so that we have a better idea of where to cut and it can be more even. So I'm gonna cut this strip of fabric at 4.5 inches so that we have a 1/2 inch for seam allowance. This is about 4.5 inches and I'm just going to cut across. Now you have one long strip that is 4 inches wide. This fabric does fray, so I'm going to go ahead and serge it together like this, but you can use a zigzag stitch and it should be completely fine once we have all of the stuffing in it and turn it inside out and whatnot. And then we're going to turn this right sides out. I cut the pieces for the scrunchie at 15 by 4 inches. I'm going to sew the short sides together first. I'm going to sew the short sides at 1/4 inch seam allowance. I'm going to finger press open my seams and then I'm going to fold them in half, and then I have this part to fold in half. This is called the burrito method. I will link a video on how to do this so that it makes more sense, but you want to stuff it inside itself. I think just to be easier, I'm going to sew 3/8 of an inch seam allowance because I don't want these to be that big. As you sew, once you come to like an end, you're going to pull it, match the seams, make sure you're not sewing of any part of the other innards parts, and then you're going to sew. You don't want to sew this all the way closed, so when you get to the beginning, you want to leave about 1 inch for turning. I cut my elastic to be 8 inches long, and then I'm going to put the elastic right through the center of my burrito, meet them together, tie this in a knot just like you would be tying a balloon. You want to pull the knot at the end, make it really tight, and then we'll find the hole and flip this right sides out. Here's your scrunchie. So then you will want to sew this hole closed with an invisible stitch, or if you use matching thread, then you can just do a top stitch. I don't have any matching thread, but the person I'm giving this to, I don't think will care. Do a top stitch. I have 2 scrunchies done. Now we're gonna go stuff our big tube. We have our scrunchies sewn, and we sewed our big tube of fabric. We're going to be stuffing this tube. So I have my polyfill here, and I'm literally just going to start stuffing it. I also have a crochet hook to shove the polyfill in there. I have it wrapped in my hair so that you can see what it looks like when it's in your hair. I made it pretty long so that somebody who has longer hair than me would be able to use it, and then you would just go to sleep in it and take it out in the morning and you would have pretty curls. These are heatless curls as well from a different heatless curler, but it's essentially this. It's just a tube. I put my tag on the ends and I just sewed them closed. It's essentially just a tube with stuffing on the inside, but it'll be comfortable to sleep in. They have matching scrunchies to go with them. And the way that I would wrap this is put the scrunchies on the ends of here. And then I would kind of twirl it up, and you can make some like printable instructions on how to use this if they've never used one before. But I think this is a great gift for any lady in your life or any long-haired person who wants to have heatless curls and protect their hair from heat damage. I hope you enjoyed this video, and if you want to see me wrap my heatless curls, let me know in the comments down below, and I can totally make a video like that for you so that you can see how to wrap your heatless curls. Thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to subscribe, share this video with a friend, and I will see you in day 8 of 12 Days of Christmas. Heatless curls curling rod.